Hello, welcome back. I'm back after my America trip with a very big gap afterwards. I have not been on top of these vlogs, have I? Sorry about that. Also, I do have to apologise for always starting the vlogs looking terrible. I could have even, what I could have done was put a lovely screen. I've got a Samsung frame. They literally are art. I could have put art. But if I did that just to do the intro, I don't have to go through the adverts again to get back to the 1% Club that I'm enjoying quizzing myself to. Well, I pack this. So what we've got here and why I'm starting tonight rather than tomorrow morning for another week with me as a diary of a makeup artist and hairstylist is I've got a new kit bag. It's a like granny trolley that pushes forwards a bit like a pram. Therefore everything is all over the place. I have absolutely, sorry, gotta get the tripod back on where it wants to be now. No, it doesn't like it. There you go. Will it like that? Maybe. Therefore, I've been carrying it around in a backpack and a holdall. So I don't know if I told you this. I've torn, or if you've seen on my social media on my Instagram, I've torn a tendon here, which is, this is my working arm. It's a bit like a rotator cuff injury. So I'm finding it very hard. And the reason I've done it is because of carrying, doing makeup, blow drying hair. Like all of these actions are, you know, not great. The worst thing is when I'm lying down at night. So it's not great. It throbs with pain. So I think a lot of it's also because I can't even really do it now. I drag a kit behind me like this. Whereas this trolley you push in front, which I'm stronger, I can do better at with like this. The only thing is the actual trolley's not very big. The case that comes with it. It's already completely full. I've got hardly anything in it. And definitely no personal items, which makes trips abroad or when I'm staying in hotels like I'm doing tomorrow really difficult because I am going to have to take a separate holdall. The only hope is that I could maybe place the holdall on top of this and at least take the weight off it a bit. I feel like there's no good solution. Also, I'm very worried about getting it in the back of taxis. Will it go into the back of taxis okay? Because it's very deep, you know, and it might not slide into a boot okay. Where will it go on train compartments and carriages because they're normally set up to have cases slid in. But it has got nice big wheels, so it should go over London pavements quite well, and in terms of tube steps and steps, hopefully I can just bump it down. Essentially it was 30 quid. Also the frame in itself, in theory, not that you can see, I could take the black bag off it, which has got everything in it, and then just use the frame with bags stacked on. Anyway, you don't care about this, but that's what I'm doing now. I'm packing up, getting ready, because tomorrow we're going to Surrey together. Then we're going on to Berkshire. And then we're going on to Northamptonshire, and that's just in 24 hours. So, and I'm staying in a hotel, but I don't know where yet. I haven't booked anything, so I need to get on and do that. Problem is, you've got to make sure that the hotel doesn't cost more than the job, because then what's the point in working? Because the job's not paying for it. So, yeah. So I'm going to get packed and see if I can get this looking a little bit more condensed. Do you think I look very dark, or do you think it is just very dark in here? Like, is this a problem with the camera, or do I need to be worried about this?
Rubio has arrived in Geneva ahead of talks with Ukrainian and European delegations on President Trump's plan.
Well, I'm listening to the Sounds of the 90s while I get ready, which is brilliant. Have you ever heard Fearne Cotton's Sounds of the 90s on BBC Sounds? It's brilliant. And I was meant to record me doing this makeup before I left the house with you, but I ended up rushing so much because I've got someone come to buy some stuff off me. I've got to go to the post office and do some bits and sell some vintage bits. And something else I need to do while I'm out. I don't know. Anyway, the point is I need to run some errands before I go and pick up the hire car. So I just quickly got ready so then I can just jump in the hire car, because if I get it from its location, park it outside my flat without putting a permit pass on it, I could get a ticket, so I've got to be very quick. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing this morning. Sorting the house out, packing my kit which is in the hallway, packing my overnight stuff, and yes, I'm going to go and run some errands while it's beautiful weather outside. Look how beautiful. Gorgeous view. You can actually see, are you going to be able to see it? I don't think so. Oh, very slow zoom in. There's the London Eye and the BT Tower is just there. That round thing in the background, and Big Ben is in this portion. There it is. It's just there. But I don't think it's going to focus on it because of the window. Anyway. I'm back. I've got some YouTube on and I'm just cutting. You can just see there. There we go. Using my little guillotine to cut up some card to make a baby card, because I've run out of individual gift cards. So I'm just folding up some watercolour paper and kind of bodging it from there, and I found this little envelope. So will it go in it yet? No. Let's cut, which is the rough end. Let's cut that one more time. So yeah, I'm making a baby card for my friend, and then I've got 2 birthday cards to make. I'm going to do some emails. I've just dropped off all those parcels and vintage stuff and met someone to give them some bits that I've sold, so that all went well. And emails, make this. It's now 11:45 and I need to leave here 2:30 latest. But I'm ready, I'm packed and ready to go. So come on, we're going to nail it together. I'm just trying to sit comfortably. I've really hurt my coccyx, and it's really hard to sit on things. It's so weird seeing the back of my head. I never see the back of my head. I'm trying to sit comfortably while I do this, but let's get the palette out. Let's get the paints out. Let's get the brushes out. I haven't even thought about what to do. I know the baby is called Alexander, and I know he's got Chinese middle names that mean handsome clouds, so clouds obviously are going to feature, I think. I'm leaving that layer to dry. I'm hoping the clouds will become more cloudy. Get it? In a minute. Can you hear that? My neighbours. My neighbours. Nice peaceful Sunday? No. No, no, no. And I'm now looking for ideas for a little boy's birthday card illustration. This is the thing with me, I can paint it, I can draw it. I can't think of it. I've got no imagination whatsoever. I also like, he's 10 this year. I mean, you're not going to draw like a cute dinosaur anymore. Like I'm sort of like those days are over. I'm not really sure what to do. Football, I know he's into sports, probably into loads of computer games that I haven't got a clue about. God. I don't think it's an age thing, not knowing about what young people like. I think it's just not being around them every day. I think you've got to be immersed in it to kind of get what they're into. I'm not really liking any of this, and I'm wasting time by looking. I just need to get on and paint something. To be honest, it's probably going to be opened and thrown in the bin, so I'm sure he actually just does not care. I need to do one for his sister as well, ironically, and it'd be great if they were somewhat similar so I can use the same colours, but maybe I'll just do balloons and then just write happy birthday and stamps on across them. That's normally a good get out of jail free kind of way to do birthdays. Yeah. All right, I'm going to keep going. Time is, yeah, it goes so quickly when you're painting. It's a fox. First outing. Audrey couldn't get out the door, so great start. I need to take my recycling down as well, but because the lift is broke, I'm not even going to attempt that. It's just going to have to live for another day, and I have to be okay with that.
Tipped into a small smile. I did farmer's market duty. Except
Made it to my golf hotel. Let's see how it is. Seems very quiet, but quite nice. Every time I stay in a hotel, does the key not work? Why is that always me? Well, fun fact, it's absolutely freezing in here and I didn't pack my hot water bottle, which I'm really, really regretting now. It's so cold. I've just put the heating on, but wow, it's like walking into an icebox. Lovely huge bathroom though. No bath, gutted.
Because it's so easy.
Well, as usual, the hotel I'm in, oh well, actually I should say it's a good thing. It has a mirror, which is unusual to have a mirror at the desk. They're normally TV above the desk and a mirror somewhere where you need to stand up. So there is one right in front of me now. But the light's all behind me, as you can see. I cannot see a single thing. And I've got a really tiny makeup bag, which I do anyway. You know I'm always a small packer, but I haven't got my usual tools, so not only can I not see very well, but I'm sort of being a bit done with what I'm using, if that makes sense. But also me being me and a fantastic makeup artist, I will figure it out. I will figure it out. We'll slap it on. I think the key is when you haven't got all the stuff with you and you don't feel like you're doing it very well, don't do too much. I've just put a little bit of my favourite, the Giorgio Armani eye tints. These are just, and that colour particularly, this tan colour, so great. And also you don't really need to pay attention to what you're doing. You do need to be quick because they dry off pretty quickly, so you've got to get them on and then move them around, like buff them in, but apart from that they're pretty, you know, anyone could do it. Bit of brow in, I don't feel done until I've sort of really only filled in the very fronts where they're a bit sparse. The rest I don't really care about. That sort of seems to finish them off a little bit better. I always give it a little brush through afterwards. So then I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. Oh, I didn't put on, I'm trying to do this every night and I keep forgetting my UK lash. It's brilliant stuff, but you've got to be regular, and that is something I slightly fall down with. Let's get my hair out of the way. I took it down just to brush it out, but actually for the drive I'm going to keep it pinned up and then just put it down last minute with the vain hope that it might keep a little bit of kick in it. Where is my eyelash curler? Oh, I didn't sleep well, by the way, but if you've watched enough of these videos, you probably would have guessed that by now. And I didn't pay for breakfast in this hotel, so that's it. That's it. I'm thinking too much. I didn't pay for breakfast, so I haven't got coffee or anything. So I've just made a coffee in the room, which is just a sachet. So I'm only having it for warmth, really, so for something warm to hold, because it's so too hot to drink. It's so cold in here. Lovely hotel, comfortable bed, pillows were okay. Luckily I brought one of my own. Shame that there's no bath, but you know, perfectly beautiful, clean room, bathroom, big, loads of space. But so cold. And then the heating was on for a while, the fan, which did warm it up, but of course it makes loads of noise when you sleep, so you turn it off at night and then you wake up in the morning, it's freezing. But I actually wasn't cold in bed, so it was okay. Alright, that's those curled, a bit of mascara, and I'm ready to go.
Time. Yeah. First off morning. In the van on the way to work. That's fabulous. Are you ready?
Home after school or after a party, you know, I don't know, or and a red scarf.
My hero. Oh. Well, I've just had a rather fantastic snacky lunch in the car from M&S Piggy Bits, of course. I've just driven an hour from... God, I can't remember where we were. Like near Newbury up to... I'm just on the M40 somewhere, and I've got another half an hour from here. But I think I've got time for maybe like a 15-minute nap. And I think I'm going to need one because I am struggling a little bit now with the lack of sleep and the driving. So I think I'm just going to try and put my head down in here for a bit. It's at least, it's quite, like I've had the heat on a little bit. So I'm going to put it on a bit more for a minute. And just try and warm up the car and just maybe get half an hour sleep because, or 15 minutes, just because then I've got a 2-hour job, which isn't long, but then obviously a 2.5-hour drive back to London. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. And obviously you were at the race.
Yeah.
And obviously you went out afterwards. No. Snow White. Okay, thank you.
Snow White.
Snow White.
More specifically about L'Oreal, whether it's like a follow-up thing.
Yeah, so we'll
What I say? Got to turn around. I would forgive you for thinking, gosh, Victoria, what a glamorous woman. What a glamorous life. I just really wish I could have a day in your life. You know, meet the celebrities, meet the talent, go to interesting places. Come home, wash your makeup off, not even get changed properly, and eat out of a noodle bowl while packing your makeup kit. Yeah, that's, you know, straight out of the saucepan. Don't even put it in a dish. No nutrients whatsoever. So yeah, it is, my life is glamorous if you're asking. Glamorous. One good thing about living at home, actually there's loads of good things about living at home, but this situation is one of the best ones. Yeah. Very happy right now. Also got some gin down there. This annoying thing that people have said to you. Hello, I'm just getting ready for my second job today. So I've been home a couple of hours and just had a little rest and did some emails and some WhatsApps. I've not been, I stayed up too late last night. My neighbours wake me up quite early every day. So I need to go to bed about 9 and I was awake after 10 and I'd had a gin and tonic after my epic day yesterday. So that probably meant I didn't sleep very well. But anyway, I'm up now and I'm going to sit down with my laptop for my second job. I'm just deciding what to do with my hair. I've been really trying not to do much with my hair. All my battery's going to run out. And kind of just leaving it. Like styling it, but not like styling it every day. Like styling it once and then going from there. But I don't know. I don't know. And that's been really good for it, and I think it's been really helping, but it means it gets a little bit boring. Should I just do a little chignon and put it up maybe? It just feels like it's not ever very special. And I've definitely not been doing my fringe enough, which I should do more. Maybe I'll do just a fringe tonight and the rest can be up kind of Pammy Anderson style. What do you think? That'd be quite fun. Yeah, that could be quite nice, couldn't it? Okay, I'm going to do that. Thanks for helping me with that. Thanks for the chat, guys. Okay, alright, well my battery's going to go, so let me put that on charge so at least I can take it with me tonight. One horrible man on the bus asked me if I was disabled because I was sitting on 4 empty seats, but they were for elderly disabled. people, but they were empty and I had my bag and there's nowhere else to put it. And you know, we just feel like saying, can you just give me a break? I am aware of where I'm sitting and I'll move if I need to move. But he was like, oh, you're disabled. So you just got no idea what kind of day someone's had. Anyway, but then 2 really nice people helped me with my kit up the stairs in the tube, so all balances out.
With their new move, it's called Tinsel Toe. They'll be taking us behind.
And we got a Greg's band.
Of course, I didn't record any of that. I've just finished making up soon, and it was a pleasure, really quick. Saw the other makeup artists next door for a bit. They were doing the main presenters. So yeah, it was the quickest job ever, and I didn't record any of it. Because we were chatting. We've got the same brain tumour actually. So yeah, so that's where we are now. Just getting packed up, filling up my water bottle, cleaning up my brushes, getting ready to go. Totally forgot to record. We went out for dinner after the one show. We went to a really famous Italian, not famous in London, but famous at the BBC because everyone goes there. And they've just been there for years and they're really lovely guys. With our suitcases in a really packed restaurant before Christmas. Caused chaos. Well, I forgot to record any of it, but I had a really nice catch up with Kate and had a whole pizza to myself, even though I said I wasn't hungry. Morning. Back in the River Cafe, and I've been treated to some polenta cake and a coffee. My kit is set up and ready to go. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Hammersmith. Beautiful day in London. Crisp, cold, gorgeous, sunny. Exactly as you'd want a crisp winter day to be. Anyway, had a really bad night's sleep last night. As you saw, I went out for dinner and I just got home too late. I'd ate too much. I was annoyed with myself and I was tossing and turning and basically shouldn't have gone out as nice as it was. I should have just stayed in my routine. Sleep is so important to me at the moment that when it's off and I don't get enough, yeah. Also I realised, you know, like sometimes you think, oh well, if I went to bed at midnight and got up at 9, that's still 9 hours sleep. But for me, I think it's to do with something to do with like circadian rhythms or something, because I actually only feel okay as if I'm like going to sleep at like 9, even if I get up at 6, it's the time of night I'm asleep rather than the length. And I don't think I go into very many deep sleeps. So anyway, right, that's my boring update for today. I'm going to unpack my kit, eat this and get ready for my client. Well, I finished filming in the River Cafe. I'm actually just looking down at my phone because 3 bolts have cancelled on me, each with a 10 to 13 minute waiting time. And each time I've gone, okay, it's 10 minutes, it's fine. Sat down, got on with some other work, and it's cancelled. That's happened 3 times. So I'm trying Uber, I'm trying Bolt. I can't, no one is wanting to take me anywhere. I don't understand. I know it's a bit of a remote area here and I want to go into Oxford Circus, which I think they don't like doing because it means going into congestion and it's probably not worth it financially for them. But God, it's so annoying. And also we're not really near a tube here, so with my kit it's just a bit of a pain. Although, to be fair, if I had started walking by the time I booked this, I would have probably been halfway there by now. It's so expensive in a black cab. In theory, I maybe should have gone home and then got the bus in. Oh look, here's one. A Bolt is on the way. 13 minutes and another 11 minutes. Let's see if this one cancels. Luckily I've got somewhere to hang out. Well, this is the room I do the makeup in, but it's a bit embarrassing hanging around. And then it's going to be lunch service in a minute and be really busy, and I'm going to bang my whole suitcase down the stairs. I'm completely full. This coat is absolutely covered in my hair. It's the stickiest, coat ever. I need to be carrying around a roller with me. Ugh. Oh, I can't get it off, so annoying. Look, it is absolutely covered. Covered! Oh my god, I didn't actually realise it was this bad. Also, I think it's been picking up my scarf as well. Wow, and that's a load of hair that tugged out on one of the buttons. Anyway, you don't need to be seeing this, but gross. How gross is this? Oh, I hate not looking smart. Wow, I need a roller on that big time. I actually got out of the taxi and started walking. Now I've got my new case. That is amazing and just pushes in front of me, and it's got these lovely big wheels, and I'm not hurting my arm dragging a suitcase behind me or carrying stuff. I can walk, so I got out of the taxi because it was just taking so long. And walked out through Regent Street, and it's a beautiful day, and I would have loved to have walked further. Anyway, I've just come into John Lewis to have a little peruse. I've got an hour before I start work, so just nibbled on some carrots I brought with me, but I do think I need to buy something proper because I'm pretty hungry. Let's navigate the escalators together. Maybe I should go one back. It's busy in John Lewis, particularly in the makeup department, and I'm going to go out the back door. I'm actually looking for a warm jumper to wear in Paris next week, but I haven't seen anything, but I'm going to pop into H&M as well. In fact, because of that, I'm going to go out the front door instead. Anyway, so I don't want to go to work. I'm too tired. The thought of like working this morning and putting all that energy out, I know it sounds silly, but it's like, it's not doing the makeup, it's like kind of being jolly and friendly is the harder bit. Sometimes I just would be very happy working in an office and not having to talk to anybody. I was starving, so I popped into Farmer J's. First time I've been in. The last few days I haven't had any vegetables really, so I thought, listen, just go in, spend a bit more money and actually have a really healthy tray with some protein as well. Anyway, I haven't even taken off my coat. I was so hungry I had to eat something. I'll see you in a minute. Well, I have definitely jinxed myself by saying thank God this building has 2 lifts because of my getting my kit up and down. The other lift is being redone for 2 months, so I was like, thank God there's 2, so I've got one to use and not have to climb up, you know, 1,000 flights of stairs. No, this is also no broke, so that is exactly what I'll be doing after 2 jobs and a 12-hour day.
How are you? You're very good indeed.
Ordered a coffee and got it delivered because I've not had a good morning. I don't know whether you saw, but my lift is broke, so carried my case down 7 flights of stairs. Anyway, I've just done Ainsley's makeup and now I'm waiting for I've got the next person. I've set up my kit and it's immediately messy again because Ainsley. So let me sort this out and clean up. It's the first spoils of a cooking show. Veg sausage roll.
At this stage, he's won. But I am saying, right, I need you to
3, 2.
So I've got you on my lanyard around my neck, so it's a stupid angle, but if I didn't fill you in on what I was doing now, then I know I wouldn't for the rest of the night. Basically, wrapped, took off the boys' makeup and everything, packed up my kit, and then got in an Uber could have told you this in the Uber. I don't know why I didn't. I was just so tired. And I've dropped my kit off at BBC because I'm back in there tomorrow. So to me it kind of made sense, because my lift is broke, to come from West to Central in an Uber, drop off my suitcase, and then go to an event that I'm going to tonight. I'm going to an influencer event for a skincare brand, which is around the corner from BBC, so it kind of worked out well. And then I'll get a bus home from here. Only downside of that is that I've got my holdall, because it's got loads of crap and food and drinks in it and stuff. So anyway, so now I'm carrying that. It was actually really heavy and I'm really missing my lovely suitcase. Anyway, right, I'm in Mortimer Street, which means I need to cross over.
Just finished. Well, it's making a lot of movement within the industry and people.
Hello, I've just done Amy Dowden's hair and makeup. Beautiful, so beautiful. Inside and out, what because she makes me want to be a better person. Talking of beautiful, I'm trying to make myself a little more beautiful, because after I finish work, which is very soon, I've got a date. So a few more layers of slap are going on as we speak. Well, hello and goodbye from my rather cosy little front room. I've just put my tree up. This is actually a wall hanging from Amazon. You can't really see it because it's too bright, but let me see if I can get out of focus a little bit. It's just a lovely painting of a tree, and like woven into the painting is Christmas lights. So I hang it up, turn the lights on, and it gives a tree effect. I mean, I live in a studio flat and it's also on the market at the moment, so I am not decorating too much, to be honest. I've just put a few things around today. Today is my official start to Christmas. I've even got my Christmas mug out. This was bought in, look at the candy cane, it's a little gingerbread house, Tiger, a couple of years ago. And actually it was just as sort of, I think the turn for Americana at Christmas coming over to the UK was the past 2 or 3 years, because even like you could maybe find something in TK Maxx, and thank God for places like Tiger, but even mainstream, like even in pound shops now and like Pound Saver or in supermarkets, I've seen a lot of cute Christmas like mugs and really more and cushions and tea towels and things that I had to specifically look for to have. So anyway, that's actually got Diet Coke in it. I so really wanted to use it, but I had lunch and I had a Diet Coke with lunch to make me get through work this afternoon. So I've got my Christmas cards for the year. Every year I do a Christmas card with photos on that I send out to 100 people, friends and family. And they're just little postcards, and on the back I just write, hang on, what we've been doing this year, where we've been, good points, bad points. You know, I put the fact that we lost our little Teddy, who's just down in the bottom there. So I have these printed, and it saves putting them in an envelope, it saves on paper. I just whack a stamp on the back, I write the address of who it's going to, and I don't have to write any more details. It's a bit of a copy-paste situation. It costs quite a lot of money with stamps and printing. It's easily a £200 jobby. I don't know why I do it, but it does make me happy, and I'm a stickler for traditions, and no one else is going to do it. You know, my parents don't do it, I haven't got a partner, I haven't got a family, so I have to create my own little thing, and that is one of them. Anyway, this is a very long roundup to this video. I'm about to sit and edit it now. I was going to carry on, but actually I go to Disneyland next week in Paris to do some filming. And with Samantha Barks, and I'm going to try and make that into its own separate vlog. So I thought, let's wrap this one up here. I actually don't know what I've managed to catch. I know I've been all over the country this week. I've been in Northamptonshire, I've been in Surrey and Berkshire. I've been in the BBC and Oxford Circus quite a lot. I've had some nights out, so I actually don't know what I've got. And I've also got a lot of footage on my phone, which I'm going to have to splice in because I can't always get my camera out. So I don't know if it's interesting. I know for sure I look terrible. I've been in the house all day. I went out for a quick walk. I went to the pound shop and got a coffee. Ran some errands, went to the post office. I'm doing some Vinted at the moment. That is not going well. I didn't realise you could choose what type of postage the people request. So I've been all over the place posting things. Some weren't working, so then I had to post them via the post office, which I had to pay a lot for, which isn't covered. And then because of that, I couldn't mark sent on the little sender thing on Vinted, which cancelled the sale. It means I won't get the money. Just, well, you live and learn. Can't be annoyed about stuff like that. If I stressed about things like that, I would have a breakdown because there's already so much stress. I actually cried this afternoon about a job moving, which now clashes with an Instagram thing I'm meant to be doing in Cheltenham, and now there's no point going to Cheltenham, and I've got a hotel and it's all booked, and it's just annoying. Anyway, right, you don't need to hear any of this, but I'm just sitting down here doing hours worth of emails and diary and invoices and stuff, so I've got to carry on with that. I'm going to edit this and get it uploaded and see what's on there, more importantly. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching. I don't know if you've started your Christmas yet, but you start whenever you want, because it does make you feel a bit better. Wow, I look awful. God, I need some Botox. Oh my God. Terrible light. Why didn't I just put a light in front? I've got a light. I literally have a light that screws on my camera. God. Bye.